So we're actually at 100 Sunrise Crescent, where there's a strong police military operations that's going on. So far, they have seized 3 illegal firearms, to include 1 rifle and 2 semi-automatic pistol and a number of assorted rounds of ammunition. This operation started sometime after 5. It's a planned intelligence-driven operation. The police from the St. Andrew North Division, which is one of the lead in this operation, being supported by the Specialized Operations branch, as well as members of the Jamaica Defense Force. We also have members of the Search Center and our K9 division as part of this search. So this operation is in response to some incidents of robbery and shooting, etc., in the general Sunrise, 100 Lane and some Chancery Street area in recent times, where they are targeting some individuals. So far, they have taken a number of persons in custody, some of whom are already persons of interest in previous crimes committed in the space, as well as some persons who are likely to be suspects. We know that of the persons taken into custody, at least one of them will be charged for illegal possession of firearm and other offenses under the Firearm Act, because the gun was found in his actual possession, one of the weapons seized. So that person is now being processed at the Constant Spring Criminal Investigation Department. But I believe that today's operation is a good indication of how the police are pushing forward to reduce the incidence of violence in this particular area. It's a big community, even though it's one address. And I believe that the persons in this residence can breathe a sigh of relief this from today for the rest of the year, because these persons and these weapons are no longer a part of the community. So it is commendable that the police are pushing. I know that they are still carrying out operations and still carrying out searches. And they intend to carry this approach to the end of the year, because we really want to see an end to the violence and the robbery and the incidents of shooting in this particular community.
On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what one, a blessed and wonderful Tuesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, so I can kick it off with another update into the Melissa Silveria murder probe. Yeah, man. So we're going to hear from the former Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mark Shields, who says several steps must be taken by first responders when processing a scene of a crime. Well, what Mark Shields is about to say is basically common knowledge, even for the regular member of Chan Public when I have no police training, so to speak. You would definitely would want to do these basic things, to make these basic checks to assure yourself that it is indeed a sudden death, meaning the person lost their lives from natural causes. You would most definitely want to inspect that body thoroughly for any marks of violence. Hence the reason why the first responders are under heavy scrutiny right now. So we're going to hear from Mark Shields as he weighs in on this latest spate of developments surrounding the Silveria murder investigation. But also remember that initial reports had suggested that Melissa Silveria lost her life in her sleep on November 10th this year. However, it is now understood that the police upgraded their probe after Melissa Silvera post-mortem report revealed that she get shot up 3 times. Anyway, listen.
One of the most important things will be is to photograph the scene, to take sketch map, to make a videograph of the scene, to gather all of that evidence, to look for anything which might be related to the deceased around that crime scene. They're really the first steps that will be taken. If it's in any way an unexplained death, which means it could be murder, it could be suspicious, or it may be suicide, it may be natural causes. But if it's unexplained, it must be treated in such a way that it is a crime scene. And that means preserving that scene, ensuring that nobody goes near to the body, that nothing is touched, that every effort is made to preserve it until such time as scene of crime arrive with an investigating officer, and then they will begin the process of going through some very clear steps. Once the police have arrived, they've assessed it's an unexplained death, then yes, we would keep everybody from that room. We'd even keep nosy senior officers or other police officers away from the scene. The only people that would go into a house, which would be cordoned from the outside, there'd be a uniform officer outside of the house. Only critical people involved in the investigation will be allowed into that scene, and when they go into the scene, they will be dressed accordingly in order that they do not shed any of their own DNA or anything else from their bodies once they go into that crime scene to contaminate it. The important thing is when it's not clearly a murder investigation, in other words, there's not a knife or multiple gunshot wounds, one cannot be too careful. One has to treat it as an unexplained death, treat it as a crime scene, because afterwards, if one finds out that in fact it is natural causes or some other incident, then it's easy to wind the thing down. But it's very, very difficult once you've created a situation where the crime scene or the scene has been trampled on to ramp it up again later on back into a crime scene, because one tends to lose so much evidence.
Now, after listening to what Mark Shields stated should have been done by the initial investigators, just leaves one mind to wander and wander off in uncharted waters, so to speak. Because in yesterday morning's vlog, I stated that a total renovation of the home was done after it was said that she lost her life in her sleep by natural causes. Even the very bed that she lost her life on was discarded, was thrown out. Now, how on earth are they going to revamp that crime scene? It is basically near impossible. And how can a husband not know that his wife get caught up not once or twice, but 3 times? And it is the post-mortem report that had to reveal that. If somebody get caught up on a bed, there must be puncture wounds. There would have been blood on the scene. Now it just leaves me to wonder if where those policemen came and saw her, if that is exactly where she actually lost her life. But anyway, make we continue. Now, Jamaica has recorded an 8% decrease in knockings and clappings, resulting in the loss of life of our people. And this is according to the statistics provided by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Now, I'm pretty sure that many of the ones they must say a decrease. No, sir. That can't possible, because man, I lose them 3 pints left, right, and center each and every day, and thrice on Sundays. Yeah, man. But a decrease is a decrease, no matter how small or minimal it may be. They are saying that there has been an 8% drop in knockings and clappings since the start of the year, which may be true, because the numbers is not really a big of a difference from that of last year. Now, the latest statistics from the Jamaica Constabulary Force shows that 1,349 people lose them 3 pints up to Saturday, December 16th. This compares to the 1,469 homicides recorded for the similar period last year, which is 2022. Now, as it relates to the knockings and clappings from parish to parish, we're going to give you a brief rundown. Now, as it relates to the St. James Police Division, it remains the most murderous police division. The parish has recorded 185 homicides since the start of the year, and that's 13 fewer than the corresponding period last year. The St. Andrews South Police Division registered 117 homicides. That is 12 fewer than the same period last year. Westmoreland is third, recording 113, which is 26 fewer than the same period last year. The St. Catherine North Police Division has recorded 112 homicides, which is 29 fewer than the period of last year. Whilst the St. Catherine South Police Division has recorded 100, which is 12 fewer than last year. So between January 1 to December 16th of this year, 102 were recorded in the parish of Clarendon. That is 9 more than the corresponding period last year. In Hanover, 69 has been recorded since the start of the year. That is 25 more in the review period last year. So St. James, Hanover, Westmoreland, St. Catherine, and Clarendon, along with the St. Andrews South Police Divisions, are currently under a state of emergency. The measure, which took effect on December 8, is expected to run for another 14 days. Yeah, man. And speaking of the St. Andrews South Police Division, a knockings and clappings go on over the last night. Now, this man presently on your screen get caught up, lose him 3 points, no longer among the land of the living. He has since been identified as Duran, but his birth name is Ogilvy Burrell. Now, word on the street is that the man them deal with the situation well grimy. Over a dozen can the man get all bout over him body. Yeah, man, the man them deal with the situation a certain type of way. Now, a whole heap of speculation are going as it relates to his knockings and clappings. The ones and ones, them I wonder if it is in relation to the fact that he's a taxi operator, because the man them spread him out, pan him back right beside his taxi. Or some of the ones and ones, them I wonder if it a come off of the fact that he lost a brother in the same manner a few years ago. So right now, the police have combed the scene and they're presently investigating as to why Ogilvy Burrell, aka D-Block or Duran, lose him 3 points in such an horrific manner. Yeah, man. Now over there in the Kingston Central Police Division, a man who is said to be a chef, literally getting goose cook. Yeah, man. Now a chef who was convicted of unauthorized possession of ammunition under the new Firearms Act was last Thursday sentenced to 20 years and 10 months in prison. He has since been identified as Delroy Fletcher, aka Pencil. He was given a lengthy custodial sentence when he appeared in the Gun Court Division of the Home Circuit Court in downtown Kingston. Fletcher, said to be a chef from Tex Lane in Rose Gardens, Kingston, was charged after 35 rounds of ammunition and a magazine was allegedly found by the police at his home. Prosecutors led evidence that on November 10th of 2022, law enforcers from the Kingston Central Police conducted a raid at Fletcher's house where the illegal items were found. He was subsequently taken into custody and charged under the new Firearms Act, which was implemented the same month Fletcher was booked for the offense. Now, there you go, my peeps. The new and amended laws are in full effect and is working. Yeah, man. But we all know it just depends on your lawyer still and which judge you are being placed in front of. So good riddance to Delroy Fletcher, the Kingston Central policing area will not see you for a mighty long time. Now, a brother who goes by the name of Go-Go end up losing him 3 points over there in Point Hill, which is in the St. Catherine North Police Division. The man that lost his life has since been identified as Omar Lennon, but more popularly known as Go-Go in the streets. The man, who is said to be a 42-year-old farmer from the Lookout section of Garden Hill in the parish, was reportedly taken out in a hail of bullets early this morning on his way from a round robin. Now, according to the police report, sometime about 1:30 a.m., Omar Lennon accompanied a female companion of his to her home in the community. And when I say companion, not necessarily his spouse, but a female friend of his to her home in the community, when they were attacked by two armed criminal elements who robbed the female of a Samsung cellular phone valued at $35,000 and $30,000 in cash. It is said that Omar Lennon reportedly attempted to flee but was conned up by the criminal elements. A passerby found his body about 7:30 a.m. and called the police. He was, however, transported to the Spanish Town Hospital to be formally pronounced by the doctor. The police states that robbery seems to be the motive for his knockings and clappings. Poor me, I tell him, my peeps. The thing rough. Now, as we enter into the Yuletide season, there is always a sharp increase of knockings and clappings that has resulted in the loss of life of many, and also other criminal activities, being that there is more money in circulation, more people out. So more for the criminal elements to come and pick on. So I'm just stating this clearly, especially to members of the diaspora traveling back home for the Christmas season. Be extra vigilant, and as I've always stated, look out on a corner eye. And for the regular members of Chan Public in and around these volatile sections of Jamaica from Moran Point to Negril Point, be also cognizant of the fact that Jamaica is no longer the same, and don't get too comfortable being comfortable in your surrounding. So as always, my peeps, safe travel, pan the gravel, continuously look out on a corner eye, cause what? The old dirty corner boy them always out there. Alerts, yeah man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscasts. On The Spot News Media, yeah man.